Hey, so I thought I'd give a bit of an introduction into the holster system, which, depending on timings, depends on what animation it shows through that holster system. Yeah, so I just thought I'd show the process that I've got at the moment. So when you have a weapon equipped, so you move it into the equipment slot, which I'll just show as here. So you dump it into there, it becomes equipped. That flags as in, well, in that case, it's like the PDW. And then where that's true, when you press H, which is holster on the keyboard, holster and holster like a toggle, like the flip flop on and off, it goes, it sets it as is holstered false, and then it goes to just unholstered, and then uses a time variable, well, a float variable to delay the toggle off of just unholstered to, well, just unholstered false, as you can see here. Then it creates like the ammo widget, which I need to upgrade. So you'll just say 0/0 at the moment. And then when you press, and then after the unholstered is set to off, well, is holstered is still false. So then it changes the animation, as I'll show visually. And then you press holster again, then it goes is holstered equals true, but then it's just holstered, and then the delay, well, it's 1.5, it's whatever the time it takes to unholster divided by 1.5 of that, well, divided by 1.5, then it toggles to just holstered false, but then is holstered is still true, so then it goes to the idle animation of being is holstered, and then it just drops off the ammo widget you see here. So I'll show you an example. Right then. So go to that. We drag it in. We press H, and then holstered, and then that when the ammo widget comes up, that's green 0/0. That's when it's technically unholstered, and then you'd be able to do like your aiming, which I haven't set up properly yet to work on the new system. So then you press it again, and then you've got holsters it away, and it goes back to the idle animation, unholster, and then idle unholster, holster, and then idle holster. I haven't got it working with, well, I just haven't set up the walking holster animations yet, so you see it just toggles on and off. Because I need to create something in between, which is here, which is a bunch, or it's a PaperZD animation blueprint. So you see it uses those variables we discussed. So just holstered, and then it goes to, oh, you've just holstered, well then holster it. It does work in order of precedence, which I discovered because I was going a bit crazy. So is holstered needs to be at the top because that's the most critical. And then you've got, okay, so just is holstered turns off, and then is holstered true. Then we'll do um, an idle PDW holstered, where it's on his back. Just unholstered then takes the third precedence, and if that's true, then it shows that unholster animation you saw. And then finally, there's like a toggleable true false just on one animation bool at the bottom. So essentially, what this is doing is, um, if it's not holstered, it's not just unholstered, and it's not just holstered, and you are reloading or changing ammo, then show the reload animation, idle reload animation. Otherwise, just play idle. And yeah, that's it. And that is how essentially, instead of just having a unholstered, holstered, like weapon appears on his hands, weapon appears on his back, that's how you create like I guess you'd say like a transition using booleans and other animations. So like these, as you can see, so you've got the holster PDW, unholster PDW, and then we've got like the idle, and then we've got the idle holstered, which is on his back, and that's how it's done.